Well, good day, viewers, and welcome back to another Sports Wrap Show, bringing you updates of the latest sports news and making sure that you know what's going on around the world. Well, we do start off with the English Premier League show where we saw Arsenal beat Manchester United 3-1 in what was a really tight game where we saw Arsenal score 2 goals in the last minutes. But before we do get into this show, let's take a look at my EPL prediction with Javon from JSB Sports Betting. Big game. Let's talk about the big game on Sunday. We're both Man United supporters, but let's not be biased and let's not look at this from a supporter's perspective, but from a football's perspective. I'm going to give you my prediction. I'm going to say a game ends as a 2-2 draw. But in my head, I'm going 2-1 for Arsenal. I think Arsenal could just edge it because they're at home and they haven't lost to Man United at home in a long time. So I don't think Man United, the way they've been playing now, will win that game, although they always say form doesn't count on Derby Day. You rule out form and then you just go and play. But that's my prediction, 2-1 Arsenal or 2-2 draw.
Yeah, look, it's a massive game. This is me not being biased, okay. But you look at the last couple of results has been high-scoring games. Rashford has tormented the Arsenal many a times.
Yeah.
And I see Rashford scoring a couple. That's if he's playing from the left.
Okay.
I'm saying 3-0 United.
Okay, well, Javon is a really brave man for going out bold and saying United will win the game 3-0. Well, Javon, if you are watching this, I don't want to say I told you so, but yes. Moving on, let's get into today's hit list. Well, Namibia's hard-hitting Paulinus John Njolonimos retained his African International Super Middleweight title of the World Boxing Organization after beating Joseph Maigisia of Tanzania with a four-round knockout. That was, well, boxing organization do make sure that they speak of the MTC Nesta Sunshine Boxing Bonanza that was held at Ogwendiva on Friday. Well, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha was the reporter on duty, and this is what he had for us.
No, I feel as I used to feel as a boxer. Yeah, now I just feel proud for the victory.
Did you wish that this bout could have gone up to 12th round and it just ended abruptly?
No, I didn't wait to go for this round. It's only according to the boy itself. I can't do what I want to do. Otherwise, I would be close headbutt.
So what does this win means to you personally?
It's mean to keep my record clean and maybe can improve my legging record.
Is there anything else that you want to tell the public or maybe your friends, your family that came to see you today?
Yeah, for my family, I'm happy for my family. I see them there standing. And for my friends, I'm happy for them to come support. All those coming from my village, they travel to come to Oshakati. I'm happy for them. And every friend that came show up and support me.
Guys, any other question?
Okay, well, the weekend drop is up next, right after we visit the marketplace. Well, I can definitely say that we did have a great weekend where we saw a lot of sports, a lot of shocks, I would say, starting off with the Manchester United and Arsenal game we saw in that one. But in the NRU Premier League, with the games that we had taking place at Hage Geingob Stadium, it was definitely one for the books. We saw TRUSTCO United, who were crowned the champions of the NRU Premier League. With that being said, let's take a look at those highlights.
Maak hem die eenheid omgedraai. Ja, 3-0 Dani. Holtzhausen gaan grond toe. Kry die bal daar van die grond af aangegee. Dis hulle doellyn daar nie. Wat sê die skynsregter, hulle die bal geplaas, daar is nog nie oor die doellyn nie. Nou sit 'n man wat daaroor gaan. Ja, meneer Dani Koen, hy's op die daar, hulle kyk lekker rugby. Is dit Pierre Lindveld, hulle gebruik hom daarvoor. Die rolmalbeweging, daar's dadelik sit die rolmalbeweging op en hulle breek daaroor. Hulle druk. Bykans amper 2-3 gedruk. Pierre Lindveld, ja, voorgespeel. Is die plan Gerard Tirion, gaan dan die Karayombe, kan hom nie keer nie. En hy skil af en hy druk die 3. Ludwig, hy is net nie by die lyn nie, hulle wil hom daar uitgrou. Daar's 'n man wat bo oorduik daar. Wat sê die skynsregter? Hy sê hy gaan wil eers kyk daar. Lekker vir hom. So kom ons kyk of hy hom dalk oorkry. Eintjies, ja, hy het hom oorgekry daar. Maak hulle weer uit 2 puntjies. Hy's tussen die pale deur Dani. Hy's tussen die pale deur. Wat sê meneer Dani Koen, is daar nog tyd?
Nee,
so,
is die eerste keer
die magic werk daar vir United.
En hulle wen met
1 punt die finaal.
Eerste keer sedert 2019.
Oorgeskop. Sy maak hom met die eenheid omgedraai. Ja, 3-0 Dani. Christo Grese, hy is eintlik amper 'n stille held hier in die United span. Ja, inderdaad is hy daar.
Stewel saamgebring.
Inderdaad. Ja, hy draai weer om. 100%. Maar hy wint nie. Ja, hy druk die 3. Ja, as Renier Benadi, hy is weer terug op sy beste. Hy's tussen die pale deur Dani. Hy's tussen die pale deur. Wat sê meneer Dani Koen, is daar nog tyd?
Nee,
so,
daar is nie. Is die eerste keer
die magic werk daar vir United.
Is die eerste
en hulle wen met 1 punt die finaal.
Eerste keer sedert 2019.
Well, that was just dedicated to Renier Benada, who had a fantastic game, scoring a last-minute penalty to give TRUSTCO United the win. Well, the NRU did have more games, as we saw Grootfontein win the Reserve League there, and we also saw boys from the Platteland, Etosha Lions, coming out victorious in the first division. The women also had a wonderful game where UNAM Bokkies were crowned champions, but we will play all those highlights for you, so please do stay tuned.
Vergaping wat bijna oopgaan en dis die 11-field in Bassel. Is Jaden Bassel, hy hardloop so amper bietjie wederom. Hy word gestuit so 2,5 meter van die doellyn. Skramskakel wat ombeer en as die duime op ook deur die assistent Sunday hy tempo, hy gaan die eerste bloed nou trek. Vergroot en dis die 11-field wat hom in die hande kry. Bassel, hy gee hom aan vir sy binnesenter. Saverwa, die kaptein van Grootfontein, hy probeer maar is tyd om kort van die lyn. En as dit Wikus Jacobs wat gaan afrond. Wikus Jacobs en die manne wens hom geluk. Bush is daar, en Bush wat self dan breek. Geen verdedigers vir Grootfontein daar agter nie. Van die skare wat nou so 'n bietjie jou Jacobs wat na die binnekant toe gooi. Die man wat oor die lyn is daar, ja. Is buite toe en dan terug.
deur 'n baie goeie loopie het. Hy kry die bal vinnig daar nog aangegee. En op die grond toe gevat, hy hou die bal lewendig, skitterende werk hierso deur die Etosha Lions. Die Etosha Lions is Giovanni Ritman. Hy's natuurlik hy het verlede jaar nog daar by Chimep mooi ingesny daar deur sy Jagenbach. Hy sy bene dra hom uit baie spoed, sê Jagenbach. Ongelukkig het die 3 gedruk. Dit lyk tog vir my of hy daar oor is, maar ek dink Marintal se hantering daar nie, jy was reg net. Laat hulle so 'n bietjie in die steek op hierdie stadium. Siegfried Potgieter. Hy gaan sê dankie, julle het my gemis en hy druk die 3 onder die pale daar. Ja, kyk hy mooi loopie daar van Divan Steyn. Dan gee hy daar. Is dit nog altyd Divan Steyn? Is inderdaad Divan Steyn. Hy druk die 3 onder die pale. Hy moet eintlik 40 wees as ek dit mis het, maar nou ja. Ons kyk daar. Oh, 'n man wat daar by die bal verbygehardloop, Somsen. Hy sit hom vorentoe met die voet, Somsen. En die man wat daar is Dion van Wyk. Hy gee die bal uit daar. Wie val oor daar met die bal? Wat sê die skynsregter? Hy sê hulle moet eers kyk daar, UNAM. Wat sê meneer Mario de Koker? Hy sê die 3 gaan staan en die een wat opstaan met die bal is Kyla Marta. Wat sê meneer Mario de Koker? Hy sê hierdie deur gaan die 3 staan en dis weer die Palmo. Dynamic center gespeel, nou speel sy 7 flank. En dan aan die ander flank toe. Daar's ene grond toe gery daar. Ek dink is die loskakel gewees, Kyla en Chombi. As die Koper, wat sê die skynsregter? Was hy uit gewees? Timothy Koopman sê die 3 kan staan. Die getas na die bal, maar sy kan hom onder beheer gekry. Net om Yvonne Koper en Viola Vliete lyk dit vir my te kry. Ja, hier kom Viola Vliete. Ag jammer, dit is Yvonne Koper wat vir Viola Vliete wat daar Yvonne Koper gegee het. 3 nommer 4 wat sy druk. Max en Michel Slinger. Inderdaad, 3 puntjies op die bord. Hulle gaan beslis nie met 'n 0 eindig nie.
Well, a comfortable win for UNAM's Bokkies there, 47-3 in a final is not a good score. But the Spotify is right up next after the break. Well, Hage Geingob Stadium lit up on Friday as the Standard Bank and Namibia Secondary School NSSR Under-19 Super League semi-finals took place. So let's take a look at those highlights.
En daar kom nog 'n 3 Jourentie waar
skop wat reg wip vir Windhoek Gimnasium, Sorami Kambombo voluit op 'n lopie en 'n 3 in die hoekie. Nou Karugap wat daar Shaim Karugap
hou hom in die lug. Hy uitgerek, uitgestrek.
Baie maklik gewen het, maar hulle het ook in hulle liga wedstryd verloor teen WAS, so WAS sal baie selfvertroue hê. Ek dink ons is in vir 'n baie opwindende eindstryd wat miskien al kan beplank ry en WAS wat alles hulle agter. Jy kan hulle nooit afskryf nie. Ek dink dit gaan 'n baie opwindende finaal wees wat ons op hande het.
Ja, as die bevestiging nou van die eindtelling 39-12 is waar op die telbord staan. Windhoek Gimnasium die oorwinnaars teen Proet. Van wie kom hy nou vorentoe van Wyk. En as die eindste van 'n Merwe Trompie loskakel. En wat nog 'n keer. Center toe en is die linkervleuel. Jurgen Meyer. En hy druk Windhoek Hoërskool en dan word 'n man nie gekeer nie. Hy laag daar deurgeduik. Laag daar, dan kyk hy links en dan gee hy lang aangee daar na die binnekant toe en hier kom nog 'n skepskop. En hy lyk gaan hy hierdie keer slaag. Ja, hierdie keer kom hy deur en hy druk hom nou.
Well, all field hockey finals for the NSSU high school leagues were concluded on Saturday at Windhoek Afrikaans Private School, Affies Park in Pioneers Park with good sportsmanship and excellent play. We have highlights from those games, so let's take a look.
Collect from there.
Well done by the Etosha players. Well stopped. Playing to the inside. Going to the inside.
Oh, and what a goal by Etosha! In the dying members, Etosha.
Yeah, Tawana. Maybe a bit of tiredness. Oh, excellent attack by Etosha. Excellent attack. They can go all the way.
Oh, and another goal by Etosha Secondary School. Forward, they've got such composure in moving the ball across and through the players.
Our camera losing play there, but we're back in.
Oh, and what a pass!
Whoa! Chance all the way!
And
Chance!
What a yes! As the ladies' match, we're left with about 2 minutes to go in the final for the second league. But here, St. Paul still asking too many questions, too much of Affies, and as another circle penetration takes a shot. Oh, and here we go again, another goal.
Well, I think we are all excited for this coming Friday, as we all know that the Rugby World Cup kicks off. And with this segment today, we'll just like to remind you of the fixtures that will be taking place in a few days. So if we can have a look at the fixtures that we do have, you can see that France will be taking on New Zealand in the opening match. And then we have Italy, who will be not hosting, but taking on Namibia. Ireland play Romania. Australia play Georgia, and England play Argentina. Well, apart from the opening game, which sees All Blacks play against France, I think we as Namibians are all excited for the early kick-off on Saturday, where we see Namibia take on Italy in the Rugby World Cup. Hopefully this can be the first World Cup or the World Cup where we do get our first win in the Rugby World Cup.
This month on DSTV Compact.
I think I got this.
The Premier League is back. Can anyone knock the Citizens from their perch and claim England's footballing crown?
That's the way to do it.
Ladybug and Cat Noir return, using their incredible superpowers to protect Paris from evil.
We gotta do something. We'll figure out that something together.
The Derricos are at it again, trying to parent all 14 of their quintuplets, triplets, and twins.
The struggle is very real.
It's a bit much.
The world's favorite heroes in a half shell remind us how they karate chop their way into our hearts with this best of collection of episodes.
Oh yeah, see? Up high, little pup.
And Fernanda will stop at nothing to exact revenge on the masked men who killed her husband and destroyed her life. It's your moment to be entertained by staying connected to DSTV Compact.
How do you find the perfect time? is it in what we create? Or is perfection a form of art? Can we taste the perfect time? Move to it. Feel it. Or is it best enjoyed together? The perfect time is out there. Come with us to find it. Vintage Draft. Perfect time, perfect beer.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news and starting off with tennis news first, and it is the US Open that reaches the second week. The finals will be this coming weekend. That's at Flushing Meadows in New York. Big news from the women's side of the draw is number 1 seed and defending champion Iga Swiatek of Poland. She's out of the tournament, beaten in the round of 16 by Jelena Ostapenko. She's from Latvia, and the score there 3-6, 6-3 and 6-1. Favorite of the Americans is Coco Gauff. She's number 6 seed, and she beat Karolina Wozniacki that made a big comeback after a few years in retirement. And is Coco Gauff winning 6-3, 3-6 and also 6-1. Similar score to the Iga Swiatek game. Now with Iga Swiatek out of the tournament, it will be Aryna Sabalenka that will be the new number 1 in world tennis. She's number 2 seed in the US Open, still in the tournament, and she will play in the round of 16 against Danica Sestina. And Aryna Sabalenka then, new world number 1. In the men's side of the draw, it is safely through for Novak Djokovic, number 2 seed, one of the favorites. He beat Borna Gojo by 6-2, 7-5 and 6-4. And he will next play Taylor Fritz of the USA. He's the number 9 seed that will be in the quarterfinals. Other Americans are doing well in the tournament is Francis Tiafoe. He beat Ricky Hijikata. He's from Australia by 6-4, 6-1 and 6-4. And he will next play in the quarterfinals against another American, that is Ben Shelton. And it's Ben Shelton that played against also a player from America, that is Tommy Paul. And it is Ben Shelton that beat Tommy Paul in 4 sets. Continuing international sports news with MotoGP news, and it is on the motorcycles, and it is the leader on the points table at the moment, Francesco Bagnaia, that was hospitalized after a fall on the first lap. That was in the Catalan Grand Prix over the weekend. And it was the race that was won by Alex Espargaro. He's on a Ducati, but it is still Bagnaia that leads on the points table on 260 points, followed by Joel Martin on 210. Brad Binder of South Africa also had a fall on the first round, the first lap of the Catalan Grand Prix, and he's 4th on the points table after the weekend on 166 points. On to the Grand Prix, that it was the Italian Grand Prix that was at Monza over the weekend. Still Max Verstappen leading on the points table after the weekend. He won the Italian Grand Prix. That was in his Red Bull. His convincing lead, 364 points he's got, followed by his teammate Sergio Perez on 219. And in 3rd position, it is Fernando Alonso on 170. In the Constructors' Championship, it is Red Bull dominating, 583 points for them, followed by Mercedes-Benz 273, and then Ferrari 228. The next Grand Prix will be the Singapore Grand Prix. That will be on the 17th of September. And now moving on to golf news. It's a European Masters that concluded in Switzerland. It was from Sweden, Ludwig Aberg, that won the tournament. He's a rookie from Sweden, and a rookie meaning is his first season on the DP World Tour, and he won with a total of 19 under par for the 4 rounds. In second place, also a player from Sweden, that was Alexander Borg on -17. Southern African interest, the best player from South Africa was Eric van Rooyen, tied 8th, and he finished on -14. And to conclude cricket news, it is South Africa that will continue with 5 ODI 50-over games against Australia. It was Australia that dominated the T20, 3 games that was played, won that 3-0. Now that's 5 50-over internationals that's going to be played. That's a good preparation for both teams from South Africa and Australia, with the World Cup 50-overs in a month's time going to be in India. The first of the 5 50-over ODIs will be played in Bloemfontein, and that game will be on Thursday. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we'll talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Stock up and save with the best deals at WB. Get 1 litre Vita Creamy for $11.99. 2 litre Nam Milk Omaere for $44.99. 200 gram top class spice mix for $11.99. 10 kg Hotchfeld maize for $84.99. Plus 2 kg surf washing powder for just $52.99. See more WB specials online at www.vurmanbrock.com. We care.